Hey everyone, today I'm going to be walking you through a Guyanese style beef CookUp recipe. Now for those who don't know, CookUp or Pilau as it's referred to in Trinidad is a rice dish that includes lots of beans, vegetables, spices, and meats. If you follow this recipe, I'm sure it's going to lead you to a really tasty meal that you can have for lunch or dinner. For this recipe, you're going to need some beef or any meat of your choice, 1 cup of brown rice, 1 cup of pigeon peas, 1 cup of red beans, 1 cup of beef or chicken stock. I didn't have any beef stock on hand, so I used chicken stock. 1 cup of coconut milk, about 2/4 of a cup of hot water, casrip, and peas and rice seasoning. Also, you're going to need some celery, onion, spinach, thyme, tomatoes, green onions, and chili peppers. Don't worry if you weren't able to catch all of that right away because all of my measurements and ingredients are in the description box below. Today I'm using sirloin tip steak. It's a rather slender cut of steak, and what I've done is cut it into square pieces. I'm going to be seasoning it with 1 tablespoon of Montreal steak spice, 1.5 teaspoons of MSG. This is optional, and alternatively you can use a small cube if you'd like, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 3 tablespoons of blended up garlic and onions, 1 tablespoon of green seasoning, and 1 tablespoon of Chinese sauce. Now I'm going to add some chopped up celery, some thyme, and mix it all together so all of the seasonings can marry with the beef. I'm now going to set this aside and allow it to marinate. Okay, so now that my meat has been marinating for some time now, it's time to put some oil in my pot and heat it up. Once it's heated, I'm going to go ahead and add my beef, cover my pot, and allow it to cook. As you can see here, the beef has begun to spring forth its own water, and you want to allow it to dry down. So I'm going to cover my pot and continue to allow it to cook. Some time has passed now, and as you can see, the water from the meat itself has dried down. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 cup of hot water into the pot, give it a nice stir, cover my pot, and allow it to cook for about 15 minutes. At this point, my beef has been cooking for 20 minutes in total, and I'm ready to move on to the fun part, which is actually putting my CookUp together. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my red beans, my pigeon peas, 1 cup of uncooked brown rice, some chopped onions, celery, fresh thyme, tomatoes, and 2 chopped chili peppers. After giving that a stir, I'm going to go ahead and add some coconut milk, my chicken stock, and 2¼ cups of hot water. Just a reminder that all of the measurements are in the description box. My CookUp is coming together really nicely, and there's lots of beautiful colors starting to emerge. And at this point, I'm going to add my casrip and my peas and rice seasoning and allow it to cook for 30 minutes. Now I'm just checking up on my CookUp. It's looking delicious, but as you can see, it's still too watery, and also the rice grains need to cook more, so I'm just going to allow it to do that. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my spinach. In Guyana we call it bhaji, and it wouldn't really be CookUp without it. I'm also going to add some green onions, give that a nice stir, and continue to allow it to cook. My CookUp has been cooking for 30 minutes in total at this point, and I'm ready to go ahead and take it off the stove. I love my CookUp on the watery side, so I don't want it to dry down any more than this. There's so much flavor in this CookUp and juicy chunks of beef that I'm sure you'll enjoy too, so I hope you go ahead and give it a try at home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that post notification bell, share, subscribe, and leave all your comments down below. Also, don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you try out this recipe so I can repost all your yummy recreations. Thanks for watching.